Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show we are going to have Jim. Jim is from Venezuela, but he lives in Malta. So let's see what Jim has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you, Will?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm always gonna take this time for do something like this. I'm here for it. Yeah.
I know you've been on holidays, I know you've been traveling, so tell me a little bit about your trip. Where have you been?
Listen, the Maltese Islands. I live in Malta, and the Maltese Islands are extremely hot during summer.
Yeah.
What I do every single summer in the last 3 years, I take myself to a place that offer me the opposite. So normally I travel to the Netherlands, Belgium, and this time I was having some party. I was at Tomorrowland. So that's my escape, going to a nice playground for adults and just relax a bit.
So tell me what was the highlight of your travel?
Well, this year we had the amazing opportunity of experience something called the Belgian journey.
Okay.
That's an exclusive seat cycling in Belgium, in Brussels. And Tomorrowland take us to different places. We went to a giant wheel with the best view of Brussels. We went to a place that they cook a traditional food. Also, they prepare for us a huge party in a public square. So that was amazing because the experience was totally different to another, tour that I've done in the past.
Tell me where you're from originally, Jin.
I am Venezuelan actually, and I've been living abroad about 10 years. So nowadays, I can tell that as a Venezuelan, I feel proud also to experience different culture that definitely make you a better person, especially in your mind.
I see. And where's about in Venezuela you come from?
So I born in a place called La Guaira. This is in the littoral. We are surrounded by beautiful beaches, and also we are really close to Caracas. And in being close to Caracas, it means that we are also surrounded by mountains. So it's a beautiful place to live and visit. And another important detail is that the people is really happy people, and we are a bit noisy. But once you get used to it, and not just you're gonna start being noisy, and you're gonna start enjoying that kind of communication.
And all your family are back in Venezuela?
Yes, I have family in Venezuela. My sister and my dad and my mom. My brother, he's in Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Amazing. Very good. And of course, I know that you have a podcast. Yeah, that's how I got
Yes,
connected with you.
yes.
It's the Stalk My podcast. So tell me a little bit about it, how the idea came along and how everything started.
Yes, this is my baby nowadays. This is a beautiful project that I've been, thinking about my whole life. When I say my whole life, is that I got graduated in traditional marketing in Venezuela, but I grew up, in a beautiful generation of what it was the develop of communications in my country. So I had the opportunity of enjoying the beautiful TV shows, plenty of amazing productions, and also talking about radio. I enjoy too many magical shows that make me imagine things that I couldn't see. And as a child, dreaming about what I could do in the future, I said to myself many times, I want to do that. And nowadays, after almost 40 years, I find myself in a position that I feel in that I have a nice job, I feel very stable, and also I have time to do something else. And something else for me is nowadays working in my own project, Stop My Podcast.
Amazing. It's amazing to see you develop your career and also do something that you meant to be done, like your passion. It's amazing to see.
Yes, and also my passion is dancing. Before yes, before working in the digital marketing field, I used to dance, and that was such an amazing thing to experience because actually dancing is my passion too. I'm not doing it now, but I used to dance salsa.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, yes, yes. And I had the opportunity of, traveling abroad, representing my country in different stages. And that's something
That's
that
amazing.
I would like to experience maybe in the future as a senior dancer.
Oh, wow, that's interesting, Jim. Wow. And how long, when did you start your career as a dancer?
Oh my God, I started my career as a dancer. I was 24 years old, I think a bit late. But at the moment when I started dancing salsa was because I haven't known how to dance. And I found the best way to learn something, ask the people that know how to do it, to ask for some information about how you can take your level of non-dancing salsa to a very nice salsa dancer. So I did it.
Amazing. Very good. So during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your passion in life, okay?
Yes, of course. Let's go.
Jim, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, I'm a bit shy, but guys, I'm here for it.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So,
Oh my God.
I'm your best friend. Full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, Jim. So before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, some reason you don't want to answer, we can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, what is the biggest difference between you and your best friend?
Oh my God, I'm a morning person. I am a morning person. My best friend, and also I have the honor of having a couple of best friends, people that I really trust, and none of them are morning person. No, and I am. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day without an alarm.
Wow. And your best friends, they live as well in Malta or they are back in Venezuela?
Yes, one of them lives here in Malta, and the others they live in Barcelona.
Amazing. Very good.
Hmm.
Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, if you could have dinner with anyone, living or not, who that would be and why?
Oh my God! You know who? Britney Spears.
Really? Tell me why.
I would like to have a dinner with Miss Britney Spears because, to be honest, I'm a huge Britney's fan, and I really miss her. And every day when I'm listening her songs, because still her songs cross through my Spotify or my everywhere. I said I miss her, so I would like to have a chat with her.
Wow. I love Britney Spears. I think
Yeah.
she's an amazing artist. I think she literally left her signature in the world. I think people love
Yes.
her for sure. Tell me, if you have the opportunity to talk to her, like to have a dinner, what would be your first question for her?
I would like to tell her, listen, why you are doing this on social media? just like that, because I feel like you can enjoy life in a responsible way without damage yourself, and eventually we cannot see what we are doing to ourselves. So I would like to give her my feedback, even if he's gonna take it or not. I just want to let her know what I think.
Wow. Have you ever been in her concert before?
Yes, yes, I did it. She went to Venezuela actually. in Simon Bolivar University, and for me was a dream. In that moment, I understood why people cried in a concert.
Wow. And which tour? I saw her tour, Onyx Tour Hotel. I saw this one, the Onyx Hotel.
Uh-huh. No,
2000.
mine was Circus.
Oh, wow. Amazing. My God.
Yes.
I remember her like when Toxic was out. My goodness, it was like the best, one of the best concerts
Yes,
ever.
and I'll keep my best memories of all time when I used to just sit in front of a TV to enjoy the video of an artist, waiting for the launching of a video of an artist, seeing how they make the video. I remember this channel MTV, for example,
Yeah,
just to that's what I love the most. It remembers me how was my childhood a bit.
amazing. Next question. Let's do it.
Yes.
Before the next question, Jim, tell me what's the best part of living Malta? What do you like the most about living there? And the opposite, what do you find most difficult living Malta, in your opinion?
Yes. Listen, in Malta open source to a huge number of foreigners and plenty of beautiful opportunities. Here, I feel like I had the chance of started building something that I call a life or a balanced life. And another thing that I love the most is that I can connect with nature really, really easy. We are surrounded by beautiful beaches, even when there are not mountains. I feel like I have the chance to connect with multiple places in Europe through and just a flight. And for me, that's just amazing, having a place where I can be a professional and also enjoy what it offers me. What I dislike or don't like the most maybe is that being in a small place, you can find toxicity really, really, really easy. And I remember in the past, for me, it was like super easy to have an argument with a neighbor, to see people yelling on the streets, and that's something that I don't really like. Is changing. I can see the new generations is taking a care on it, and also sharing this message that it's better to share positive vibes, especially about the place where you live, to the people that live next to you, than just try to get into an argument or discussion to be right about something.
Wow. And you see yourself living there for a long while?
Yes, this is my third time. Imagine, my third time. I've been living abroad 10 years, and this is the first place that I call home apart from Venezuela. I left. I live in Argentina for about 6 years. I left Argentina. I started living in Malta again. COVID hit. I fell in love after COVID. I left the island again, and I lived in Bosnia and Herzegovina for a year. And after that, I came back to Malta. So this is a place that has been calling me back to the show in three different opportunities. So this time I'm not planning move from here. I'm just allowing life and the road to tell me what to do. And if it's Malta for a long time, well, I'm gonna be here then.
Amazing. All right. Next question is, ooh, tough question now. If someone gave you an envelope with your death date inside of it, would you open it or not, and why?
Listen, um, I wouldn't. And let me tell you why. Because I find that life is that balance between doing what you really like to do every single day for building your dreams. No matter how long you're going to be in this earth. In the meantime, while this happens, you should be aware that you need to make your best effort to enjoy it. So it's that work of enjoying every single day that makes me, just not being interested on when I'm gonna die because I'm having fun now.
Wow. And when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Jim? What do you like the most about being you?
Listen, for me, getting upset it's really difficult, and I find that super nice of myself because I can see solutions when things seems to be really really difficult, and many times I have been putting myself in a position of changing and evolving, and I went for it. Not for nothing, I've been living abroad 10 years, so I feel proud that I love changes and I'm being able to change at any time that the life asked me for.
Amazing. Ready for another question?
Yes, of course.
Do it. Next one. All right. Next question is, what makes you very sentimental?
Oh my God. You know I'm Pisces.
Really? My
Yes,
mom as well. My mom is Pisces as well. My mom.
yes. I'm Pisces and I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate. I'm very caring. And I take care of all my relationships. Every single relationship you should take care of. And I try, especially with my friends and my family, even when I cannot speak with them every single day. I let them know that my energies, towards them are the best. And anytime that we stop talking and we start talking again, it's with the same energy and trying to keep, that peace that make you move forward in life. Because sadly, we cannot talk with all the people that we love at the same time, the same day.
For sure. And
Mhm.
which person in your family you talk to the most?
Oh, with my mother and my sister. I have something special because I'm the last one of the siblings, and the gap of age is 10 years. So when I born, for me was like having two dads and two moms, and I have a special connection, especially with my mother and my sister. With them, I have yes, they are my biggest fans. I must confess.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet, Jen. Next question.
Hmm.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Next question is, how would you like to be remembered in life?
Oh, listen, if you ask me, I was thinking about it days ago, and I'm not gonna have a children. It's not in my plans. It's not in my pipeline having children. But especially for the new generation in my family, I would like to be remembered as that person who started, from scratch and became someone totally different about what we've been expecting for these days in our society. Because I came from a place that was super difficult to achieve your goals, and it put me in a position of leaving also my country. So I would like the new generation of my family to see me like this, and also my relatives, my friends are someone that move forwards no matter how difficult were the situations in life.
Wow. And in Malta, where you live, do you see a lot of Venezuelan people living there as well or not?
Yes, but I must confess, when I moved for the first time, we were even more. The point is, when I moved to Malta 10 years ago, and the situation in Venezuela was really difficult, and people were living and started living abroad. And the best opportunity that they found, to integrate to a new society, to find new opportunities, was learning a new language. And actually, English was the first option that we took in that moment. That's why nowadays I can talk with you and understand each other. So Malta actually was one of these places that mainly Venezuelan people we use for move forward and start experience something in a different place.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do it.
Yes, please.
Before the next question, tell me about your podcasts. Tell me, the biggest joy when you are doing your podcast. What's the biggest joy that you feel it when you are doing it?
Yes, my podcast is my hobby and also is my passion. How nice when you can make your hobby even being your passion. That's amazing. And what I enjoy the most is like it's my new baby. It's my new baby. Actually, this was a guest room. I have two rooms in my house, and this was a guest room. And I said to myself, okay, this is the moment. This is the moment for doing this. So I changed the guest room and I changed it into a podcast studio. I bought all the equipment and just because I I believe nowadays I can allow myself to go for it and to build something with quality. So that was my goal, and then so far that I'm starting, I'm learning because this is such a learning process, a learning journey that I experienced to make this happen and to finally be on the screen and also on the headphone of someone. That's when I feel, oof, I did it. So that's what it keeps me dreaming awake.
I see. All right. Next question is, what does success mean to you?
Sorry?
What does success mean to you?
It means feeling satisfied with your hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say satisfied, for me, it means that every single day as a person, as an individual, you are doing what you love to do and you are giving your 100% and you are performing as you should because that's what you're supposed to do every single day. And if it's part of your routine and you don't like it, I believe that everyone is able to just move forward and build something that they really like.
Right. I have 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Before the next question, Jim, I believe, are you part of the LGBT plus community or not? Yeah?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Are,
Yes.
are you okay to talk about? Are you open?
Yes, of course. Let's go.
Okay. So my question for you is, how is being gay in Malta? And the second part of the question is, growing up as a gay boy back in Venezuela, did you have the support of your family? It was difficult. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, of course. Well, regarding being gay in Malta, it's super nice. For me, gay life nowadays is not is related to what kind of gay activities I can do in a specific city. I put that away from my mind because as a gay, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna do all the time different things than the straight people. Everyone is a human being. So here, people is really respectful. So we are really welcome. The multi-silence, the equal marriage is allowed. So we as citizens, we have granted all our rights. So that's something that I feel really proud of the place where I live. So yes, I found the multi-silence and the lifestyle that offers me. For example, in my case, I love nature. I love to be able to escape away from my routine eventually, so I can connect with multiple countries and just have amazing holidays every single time I decide. And also, all the workplaces where I've been, again, the LGBT communities, we have guaranteed our rights, and the people is really welcoming. I cannot complain.
Amazing. And back in Venezuela, how was for you growing
Yes.
up as a gay boy?
It wasn't that easy, I must confess. It wasn't that easy. There were a lot of bullying eventually, people that make jokes about your sexual orientation, even when they don't know if you were gay or not. Friends, a family, everyone could say something. And thanks Jesus, I've been very, very mature to understand that I cannot just allow some words to get into my mind. I change the opinion or feel embarrassed about who I am. So the opposite, because I'm really proud about being a gay man. I just erase, delete all these comments that just got away from my brain, and instead I just keep the positive energy, because if you are a gay, it doesn't mean that everyone gonna agree with this. There are some people that they disagree. So if they want me to continue in their life, it's okay. If not, I hope they're gonna be happy with their life, and I'm gonna make myself sure that I'm gonna continue with mine too. So I find that beautiful to respect each other.
Amazing.
But another and regarding how was coming out, and it was different for me because I did it with my sister first. She was this is fun. She was about to get married, and I was like, my sister, she's gonna get married. She doesn't know that I'm gay. And I remember I called her, and she was getting makeup for the wedding. I was crying like a baby.
Oh,
And I told
oh,
her, I need to tell you something. And she was like, you are sick, you are gay. And she was like, are you gay? And I was like, yes, I'm gay. And she said, I'm going to call you in a while. She called me back. When she called me back, she said, oh, I needed to call you back because you weren't on speaker. So my makeup artist and my everyone in the room, that now they know that you're gay, and they are
oh,
happy. Okay, I'm okay with.
oh my God, what a story.
Yes, with with my brother, I was living in Argentina for about 2 years, and he came for visiting me, and I picked him on the airport, and coming back to the house, I told him, listen, here in Buenos Aires, I experienced my freedom. This city allowed me to, just be free. And that's something beautiful. And now I would like to experience that freedom with you. Brother, I'm super gay.
That's funny.
he, he looked at me and he just said, well, thinking for a while, you haven't, say anything about us. You care about us, but you never been, a shady bad guy with our decisions. What could I say? So it's been amazing with my family, to be honest. After all.
Amazing. Beautiful. I love the story when she was what? Speak. That's amazing. Next question is, tell us about your earliest memory in life.
Oh my God, this is this is something that is funny, and it's a story that I'm gonna mention. Well, I'm gonna be able to say that in my podcast. This is like practicing, right? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing because this is a true story, guys. Well, I remember that I was about, I don't know, 5 years old maybe, and my mom, she had a gathering. She were with her friend, hanging out, and I was there. You know that meeting that your mom takes you, and she's with her friend hanging out. And at that moment, I don't know why, my ass was itchy.
Oh my God.
Later, and imagine 5 year old guy, and I was like, this is itchy. And suddenly my mom looked at me and she said, stop doing it, stop doing it. And I was just scratching my little thing, and and she said something really, really terrible. You're not gonna believe, Will. Oh, Latin American moms. And she said, if you continue doing this, I'm gonna squeeze a lemon. Well, so but my sister, she was there, and she listened, and I continued scratching it, and my sister, she said, "Come, let's go home." She went home, and she said, "Go to the room." I went to the room, and she said, "You know what my mom she said, that if you were scratching, you know, your peach, we need to squeeze lemons." So lay in bed. I lay in bed, and my sister, she squeezed a lemon in my.
Oh my God.
And I remember, I was just 5 years old, and I can't gonna forget that my sister squeezed a lemon in my.
That's so
Yes, yes,
funny.
that's a memory that that this crazy things that you used to do with your siblings.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my God, that's very interesting. Funny.
Yes.
Oh, sweet, very sweet. I think it's a sweet thing because we are trying to understand things. You don't understand.
We don't understand that's our child things, definitely.
Absolutely. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Yes, please.
You know what we're playing right now? Xuxa, Rainha de los Barritos. I love Xuxa.
Oh, Shusha.
I
Oh,
love
really?
I love Xuxa.
Oh,
I'm a
I
big
know
fan.
Shusha.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Xuxa. Next question is, I think this one's going to be very easy for you. What are you most passionate about?
Oh my God, I have too many things that I'm passionate about. First of all, I started my own project. It's called my podcast. I spoke about it before. And also, I mentioned before that I'm passionate about dancing. And also, I'm very passionate about my career. The digital marketing world for me is also my passion. My worst fear is to think that in the future I'm gonna be scared in front of a computer. So I'm very passionate about what I do every single day. I try to keep myself updated, and the learning process is and the knowledge is infinity. So you should be learning every single day something.
Amazing. Ready for the last question?
Yes, but I was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you know that if you spell socks really, really quick, it seems like you're speaking Spanish.
Socks?
Socks, if you spell it quick.
Okay, so socks. SOCKS.
Eso sí que es.
I
Eso
love
sí
it.
que es.
SOCKS.
Eso, you see,
SOCKS.
eso sí que es.
I love it.
If you spell it really quick, it's just like in Spanish.
It
Eso sí
just
que
made
es.
my day now. It just made my day. I learned something new. SOCKS.
Eso sí que es.
Love it.
Ah, that's great.
Oh dear. Last question. Let's do it. Before the last question, Jim, tell me, people, when they're gonna listen to your podcast, they're gonna watch your podcast, what do you like the people to take with them? What's the message that would you like people to take to their personal life when they watch your podcast?
Yes, because nowadays we're living through really difficult and stressful times. I want to let them know that I've been through this too. I have some story to tell them, maybe to engage, because believe or not, we can match with the thoughts with someone, we can match with experience of someone, and eventually the best solutions comes from someone that you don't know. So I would like to be open for these people to give them a message and to receive from them what they think to continue building an idea.
Beautiful. Right. Okay. Last question is, if you could go back in time, in one moment or in a memory in your life, what that would be and why? For any reason.
Oh my God. Definitely I would like to be back to when I started dancing. Of
All right.
course, it was so much joy because I found that thing what to do after working, and actually was my passion too. And I've been really interested on the on the dance scene, but I didn't have the opportunity of dancing actually. But when I started doing it, I discovered that I was that guy that could do amazing tricks and you know. Making steps that I never imagined, and being able to stand on a stage to offer a show to represent my country. It was just beautiful, and as you know, Latin dancers were really passionate about it, and that's something really interesting about our culture because, believe or not, guys, we grew up dancing and listening sounds that make our bodies move immediately. So I would like to be back in time for dancing again.
Wow.
But I see myself in the future dancing.
Amazing. I love your answer, Jim, and I totally agree with you. Growing up back in Brazil, I was dancing lambada. I remember growing up dancing lambada, and as you said, it's such a Latin, movement that you express yourself. It's a good energy. You just feel like free. You feel like flying when you're dancing. I remember exactly, and I know exactly what you mean. I think the Latin, South America, Latin people, we have this tendency in our blood about dancing, about moving ourselves. I think it's just beautiful. I totally understand your point. Amazing, beautiful.
Yes, that's
Right,
it.
it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's
Mhm.
start with money.
Responsibilities,
Okay, family,
love,
fear,
mm, fear. Mm, ah, Give me a second because rarely I experience it, but braver,
okay, life,
joy,
love,
pleasure,
religion,
commitment,
sex,
passion,
politics,
irresponsible,
friend, friendship,
loyalty,
desire,
snack,
regret,
forgiveness,
success,
achievements,
wish,
mm, wish, motivation,
okay, happiness.
statement.
One word for Venezuela.
Sorry,
Venezuela, one word.
change,
Okay. Malta, one word.
opportunities.
One word for salsa, dancing.
Oh my God, that's happiness.
Wow. And the last one now, your podcast, Talk My Podcast, one word.
Dream.
Amazing. Let's pretend now we're going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend. Define Jean in one positive word and one negative word only. What your best friend would say about you?
It's gonna say that I'm super responsible, and the other word that or thing is gonna say that they hate that I'm a morning person. What can I do? They hate that.
Let's,
And I wake up like this with all this energy.
wow, that's amazing. Let's play now, Jim, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
Yes.
But before you ask me the question, what's your favorite Spanish word?
My favorite Spanish word. Oh my God. Vamos. I
Let's
love that.
go.
I love that word. Yes, let's go. Vamos. And I say that all the teams that I've been working to, when they don't speak Spanish, all of them they know what is vamos. I said it all the time.
Amazing. Okay, Jean, you can ask me a question now.
Yes, I have a question because you have been experienced or a conversation with someone that's been living abroad for 10 years. I know this is not your actually a country where you're born, but I would like to ask you in the future if you imagine yourself living away from where you are at the moment.
If I imagine myself living where?
Yes, away from where you are living at the moment.
Oh, I see. Good question, actually. Good question. You know what, Jim? I love London. I meant to be here. When I look back in my life, it's funny how life takes you in a direction that you're not expecting. Yeah. Back in Brazil, I had a dream to live in the US. Yeah, the America dream. I had this dream as a teenager. However, I had the opportunity to move to Portugal, and after I had the opportunity to live in London. I always wanted to live in a country where I could speak English every day. That was my dream as a teenager. And back to your question, I see myself live here for a long while. However, the older I get, I start thinking about maybe living in a smaller place, in a smaller city. I could live in Switzerland easily. I could live in Canada. So I think I'm happy here. But if I had the opportunity for any reason to live in another city, I would take the opportunity for sure. For sure. However, I love living in London, and I meant to be here. So yeah, if there is opportunity, something happen, you never know. Sometimes life gives some surprises that you're not expecting. So yeah, if I had opportunity, depends the place, I would go for sure. But right now, I'm happy in London for sure. Yeah,
And I'm glad that you are happy in your place.
amazing. Did you enjoy the interview, Jean?
Yes, I enjoyed a lot, and to be honest, eventually I needed to think a bit more because I haven't thought about these things in the past. You know, your thoughts or what you believe eventually change also. So this kind of conversation helps you to, reevaluate how you were maybe 15 years ago. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for taking the time. And you're talking about your energy, like waking up very early, and I can see that it's visible. You have this genuine energy. And, I think people around you, they know very well. And I think never change your way, Jim, because that's your real self. You know what I mean? And it's visible, even though people they don't know you well, they can see it. It's visible your energy. So carry on. Good luck with your podcast. Good luck with
Thank
your,
you.
with your career as well. And I was watching some bits of your podcast, and it's so you talking to you now. I can see that's so genuine. So carry on, and I'm sure you're gonna be far away with your podcast. I'll be there clapping for sure, for sure.
Thank you so much. And at some point, for sure, it would be nice to have you here also.
It'll be a pleasure. It'll be a pleasure for me for sure to be in your podcast for sure.
Yes, and you haven't visited the Maltese Island, so that could be such an amazing opportunity.
There you go, for sure, for
Uh-huh.
sure. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
A positive message.
Hmm.
Listen, nowadays it's really difficult to understand each other. I believe that's the our biggest issue in overall, that when we are not understanding each other, we prefer fighting over seeking for solutions. So I think that when two people are having a conversation, when an audience is having a conversation. There's always a middle ground when we can, figure it out what's good for you. Maybe it's not good for me, but I can find a way to make this better for the two of us. So that's what I would like to share with you. And guys, it's easier to share good vibes.
Spread good vibes around, for sure. For
Yes,
sure.
of course.
Jim, so I'm gonna start editing our interview tomorrow, this weekend, and by Monday, more or less, I'll let you know when the interview goes live, okay? So I'll keep you posted, okay? I'm not sure, do you have some pictures in your profile that I can take for the thumbnails? There are some pictures of you, yeah? There,
Yes,
yeah?
of course, of
Okay,
course. Just,
have a
just do
look there.
whatever you want with this,
Okay.
okay?
So thank you so much. It was a pleasure and keep
Thank
in
you.
touch, okay? Enjoy your
Yes, of
evening.
course. Thank you so much, and I wish you very, very, very success in your project too.
Thank
Okay,
you so
go
much.
for it.
And
Super interesting. I enjoyed a lot.
thank you, and I see you one day in Malta, for sure, okay?
Yes, of course. Let's go. Obrigado.
Take care, bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye, see you next time.